welcome to pre-season of season 5 in FeL. My name is Sam. I am your host commentator for today, and I am here alongside Brett or Brettster.
Hello.
And we will be the two commentators going through this 90-minute practice session today. As you can see, there's a few drivers missing today. There's it's full 20 though, but Lance Stroll is racing for some reason, and Lando Norris as well. So, gonna be interesting to see how those two guys fare off. But it's not about those guys; it's about the guys on the track right now. And Paul, I'm just gonna call you Paul because that surname is very difficult for me to say. But he is the first one on a lap right now, with Lorenzo on a lap as well. I'll just set this all up. This is 90 minutes of a practice session, big endurance practice session for everyone. Gives them a lot of time to make the fastest laps they can, maybe to put them in the car that they would like.
Definitely. I mean, pre-season is a big part of league, or of the leagues in this game especially. Trying to position people on this year has been quite hard. But I mean, this is my first time ever commentating here, and I don't know what to expect exactly.
Neither do I. I mean, I don't know barely any of these drivers. It's nice to know that we can see a lot more new drivers. Obviously, expand everything, but it's nice to see we can get some knowledge of the drivers as well. See if we got chances for the title in this league. I've been told that obviously the champion last year, FeL LH44, which is basically just Lewis Hamilton, but yeah. So we also have the constructors winners, who were Mercedes, which was FeL AMG. It's not Lewis Hamilton anymore. Apologies. And Botto Men's, so those two will be interesting to watch out for in this session. They're both in the Mercedes again. Paul sets the first lap. It's on hard tyres, 1 minute 27.4. So last season the top three were AMG, and as Van Rail J leaves the session, Darth FIFA 14 and Botto Men's were the top three last season. It's going to be interesting to see what all those guys do this season. Monster goes top.
Just on board with FeL AMG right now, watching the title winner from last season, of course, season 4 if I'm correct.
Season 4.
He's driving his driving style is very calm. Lets the car do most of the work, I'm noticing, especially on the hard tyres. It's good to do that because they're a lot cooler than the rest of them.
I'm on board with his teammate Bokdo at the moment. He's now going through, I believe it was turn 10. Excuse me if I'm wrong.
Do you know how many points AMG won the title by last season?
I believe he won by quite convincingly last season as well. I know Mercedes dominated the constructors' titles. The driver standards, though, he won with 223 points, with Darth FIFA in second with 200 points. There's ones to watch though this season for both constructors and drivers. You've obviously got the top three themselves. You've got Magic Alonso, who is in the Ferrari, who's one to watch out for this season. Also SJ Racing, keep an eye on him for today's race, not today's race, sorry, for this season. Could be a strong candidate. And also the champion of, I believe it was season 1 and season 3, Marco Popper, who, is he in this session? I'm not sure. Correct me if you see him, but I can't see him anywhere, so it's unfortunate we won't be able to see what his pace is just about today. But there are a lot of good candidates in this league, and obviously there are a lot of good constructors as well, which you've got to watch out for. As people are starting to go for long runs, somebody on the soft tyres, so going to early set us off with Darth FIFA. So he's now going down to turn 11 and turn 12. Kind of relaxing the car a little bit. He's on that outlap though, so there's no worries. And I was wrong. Marco Popper is in the session. It's just that his name is PTRL Marco Popper, so he's obviously changed that recently. But he's on the medium tyres. It's going to be interesting to see what lap time he sets. Rafako goes second, just behind the first place, but he's on the medium tyres, so not the best lap. But as Marco now comes round to turn 14, coming into the final two corners then. And as he opens the DRS, no he doesn't open the DRS, but where's he going to come out? He's not going to be the fastest lap. In fact, he goes 15th, so he goes last place at the moment.
I'm watching about a train. There was almost a collision there actually between SG Racing and AMG, as obviously SG Racing is wanting to toe off of to say maybe the quickest driver in this league. Is it just one tier for FeL?
Yes, there is only one tier for FeL. I'll be back in a minute. I've just got to go somewhere for a couple of minutes.
Who are you? Oh, okay. I do not know who he's spectating. Wait a minute, I'll need to find it on the stream. He's looking at America of AMG, but Lorenzo Racer. Oh, and AMG's teammate bumps him off the top step there. All of them improving, but Lorenzo Racer really showing a dominant pace right there with a 1:24.5, 3 times ahead of the guy in second. I don't even want to try and pronounce that name. As Darth FIFA. It says a 1:24.3 on the softs. That's not a lap that I would personally be very proud of, especially with the guys out on the hards still within the same second of you. I'd say maybe he's got a lot more time to find there. Lorenzo Racer just getting out of the way for everyone here. I think he's out of fuel maybe. As Hill Hiker Tom is also... Oh, there was a spin there of FeL Magic. Alonso has spun coming out of the fast chicane turn 12 and 13, I think that is. As something has happened to Lorenzo Racer, he's going very slow. Fuel. So they're just getting out of the way of everyone. So obviously he's not put too much fuel in the car, and that's why he possibly set such a big, such a fast lap compared to the two Mercs.
Lorenzo Bandini 76 has just gone off the track as well. Maybe these hard tyres are starting to wear off a little bit. They've got all the time in the world though to set laps, 79 minutes.
What you want to do really is start off with the hards, take them just for so many act as if you were racing on them really, and go for it. Learn what you're capable of in pre-season. As AMG's just getting a very nice toe off his teammate here.
Our FIFA is down on his time, but he's got two lap old sauce, but
it's HR MDJ is the fastest on the hard at the moment.
It wasn't mentioned, but it looks like he's got good pace at the moment in that Toro Rosso.
Let's see what the two Mercs can do. AMG's been getting a tow for this full lap, but doesn't really help him. So very consistent the two Mercs are right now. And I feel like this is something they'll do during the season, is just tow each other and go for constructors quite easily by doing it. Getting a very nice helicopter cam of AMG Mercedes right
Anybody who looks like they're coming out with any sort of different tyres at the moment? I guess Killer 7 is one to watch. He's now coming out on a lap. He's on an out lap right now, so
Marco Poppa is also out in a lap, and Lorenzo Racer's coming out on the soft. But I want to see what Marco Poppa can do on the mediums, obviously. I think he spun or something before as he locks up on his out lap. That's not great for the tyres. I'm noticing we have Lando Norris as well joining us here in FeL. That's nice to see.
real life F1 drivers coming in just to set the pace.
FeL Magic Alonso sending his car through the fast chicane there.
So here comes Luke. Luke's about to set another lap. Let's see what it's going to be. Is he going to be up or down? He's going to be down by 2/10. Obviously, he's on older hard tyres now. But everyone now starting to get older hard tyres.
Luke is definitely like making sure he can not hold a steady pace for a race. But I want to see how his possible. I mean, I say him and SG Racing could be possible rivals this season. They seem they are very similar with their times, but let's see, can SG Racing improve on his time? As he's really gunning for it here, puts it into none. It's a nice entry, nice exit right over the AstroTurf there. As I think that was Renault spinning behind him of Lorenzo Bandini. Oh, they've got damage on in this. So you could retire from the session. That's good to know.
Killer 7's on a lap right now, going down to 10, 11 and 12 right now. He's right behind the championship favourite and the champion himself in the Mercedes, but Killer 7 looks to be keeping pace with him, but gotta respect the fact that AMG has got some old hard tyres compared to Killer 7's new fresh ones. So he goes wide, and that's a spin into the wall.
Lucky not to have his tyres off there, but let's see SJ Racing as he's going to make his way to the line coming around the final corner. Can he improve in his lap and possibly show some pace here as he comes up to the line? Doesn't improve, is a second off. That may have just been the fact of there was a few incidents that went on during that lap, and I think he did slow down after what happened to that Killer 7. So at the moment, Bocto Armens is the better out of the two Mercs.
And Lorenzo goes fastest there with a 1 second advantage up on his lap, but 5/10 up on Darth FIFA there. So Lorenzo at the moment maybe looking at a dark horse to top this session, and maybe even looking like to be a dark horse for the season ahead.
It all depends what AMG can do. I mean, them mediums will take that 8/10 off, and then the softs will take another second possibly off the mediums. So at the moment I would say AMG is still looking to be the quickest, but his teammate I think is going to be the surprise for this season, or even MDJ that's set a very good lap. If VFG Luke sets a 1:24.7, beating out AMG, who gets pushed down, but he goes and smashes the times, well, 1:24.3, and the Merc is showing his pace again.
It's on the hard tyres as well. Only 8/10 off that soft tyres. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think he will be able to match that time on the mediums, as that is the difference between the hard and the mediums. As there's yellow flags in sector 2, we'll see what's happening. I think it's just people letting it's Hill Hiker obviously letting people by. Let's watch SJ Racing again on another lap. Can he improve, or is he just trying to set good race pace here?
Apparently, I'm not sure if this is correct, but apparently Luke is not supposed to be in the Racing Point. Oh well, he's in the Racing Point anyway. I believe it's.
I think it's just him.
Oh well.
He's got a helmet that matches it and everything.
He's looking very. Oh yeah, he does as well. Look at that, lovely helmet there, stunning pink and blue helmet, looking gorgeous. A little bit of white there as well. But let's see what he does. Oh, and he's just pulled over to the side. Must have run out of fuel or something. Not looking like it. He just given up on the lap. As SJ is now coming around the final corner, probably on his last lap on this stint.
No, I don't think so. He's only done. This will be his 4th lap, fully complete now.
9 depths down though, so getting slower as the laps go by.
Lorenzo Bandini is off once again in his Renault.
He's having a poor day at the moment at the office. Maybe struggling to remember how to drive the car at the moment. Obviously, probably had a long break off. Needs to just get used to the car again and get the feel, especially to the hard tyres as well. You won't be using the hard tyres that often in these conditions, so it's going to be interesting to see how other drivers react to it. Obviously, we're seeing that some have pushed a bit too hard.
We've got a long time to go. There's a few people that just haven't came out yet, and if you're wanting to show pace, that's probably a smart idea because the track will get faster as the practice session progresses.
That's why many people go on the hards first, and oh, that's Hill spun. Hill hyper Tom
by this time, and now he's slowing down in the last 2 corners.
Anyone you've been surprised by so far, like in terms of a negative sort of surprise, like who's been down there for you?
I think Lorenzo Bandini is just constantly spinning. Our people that's actually been out and yet to set a lap. A bit like Colour 7, but he did actually come back in the pits just as he was about to start his.
Obviously something happened there.
Hill hiker Tom, let's see what he says this lap.
I believe he
1 minute 30.
He had a little bit of a spin, so that lap is probably not legitimate. But I'm on board with Bokdo in the Mercedes right now. He's on 10 lap hards, so I expect to see him down on his time. He's only a little bit down, so it shows consistency here, which is what most drivers would need, especially momentum-wise. So only 1/10 down, not that bad, but he's got a lot of slipstream there from Paul. So Paul's helped him out a lot there. Not teammates though, so no tactics involved.
I mean, you can take the hard for like so long around here. For so long around many tracks, they're just that reliable as well. But I mean, some tracks they just feel absolutely horrible, and they just can't really click into the circuit. It's a bit similar to, I would say, Bahrain. They don't feel the best around there. But they do handle the temperatures of the desert, so they're good in that aspect. If you're watching, make sure to go in the chat and say hello. I mean, we're here for another hour and 10 minutes, so be nice to have a little conversation going on.
Who was commentating, Severe, apologies if I've said that wrong, but he's just said, whoever is commentating, because your voice is so much better than Matthias. I mean, we're not going to tell Matthias that, but you know.
Well, I mean, who would that be?
I'm sure that would be you, Brett, since you've been speaking most of the time.
But sometimes my lisp comes into play, so sorry. Nah, it was kind of mental. Like, see, when I was a kid, like, since I have like really bad dyslexia and stuff, and my lisp was horrible, I had to go through like speaking therapy. Again, it took me so long to speak. Like as a kid, I used to just point at places. If I wanted something, I would just point to it, and that would be all the way up to 3.
Bokdo has got 12 lap hards on, you know. But he's just improved his lap by over a 10th on that last lap. That's impressive. That is. Like I said, the consistency is just key, and he's really started to show that there.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing, right? Let's have a look here. Let's go into race time right there and have a look at some of the laps here. Starting with Lorenzo. Right, so as you can see, the laps at the moment haven't been consistent, but he was going for hot laps, I guess, on the soft. So, but if you look at, for instance, Darth FIFA, his laps have been really consistent. I mean, you've seen that he's took a 1 lap off, obviously, or 1 lap maybe he spun or something, but been very consistent, all within the 24 and the 25 kind of mark, which is decent for a soft tyre that's been going on for quite long. Let's look at AMGs, and that's the exact same with him. He's only had 1 lap or two laps where he's been off the pace, and that was due to him actually letting someone by. So that's very consistent from AMG. Let's look down to MDJ. Again, I mean, consistency is key, and that's definitely good to see in pre-season, obviously.
Lorenzo's retired.
Well, putting the laps on, yeah, he did. He put fastest lap in, and he's away. So see you later, mate.
Well, Tim Wenting has just said, "What's up, Brett?" So he's aware you're here. Hello, Timothy. Good inside joke we all have, because why not? Don't worry, Sphere. I clicked the wrong button. Don't worry. I was nothing. No problem with that.
I'm not the pussy. I mean, we've not seen Jaffa Baboon. I love that name. Definitely, if I commentate here more often, that would be someone I would single out a lot. And
you like to spectate him a lot. Obviously, hopefully, he can provide you the details.
More importantly, VFG Luke is in 4th position and improves on his time 12 laps in. That's quite big. I mean, very close to AMG. So could we be seeing a possible fight going on between these two? They're very close to each other on track as well.
Perhaps looking at Luke's pace, he's more suited to this sort of event. Practice or qualifying, it looks like he's more suited to. I've noticed. Personally, I've noticed he is pretty decent at qualifying pace. I've seen his time trials before, and he's usually quite high up there, if I'm honest. So this is sort of like an event which probably is perfect for him, other than the race pace. But I don't know what his race pace is like. But 4th place, good benchmark for him so far.
It seems like I'm looking at Luke's race director here, and he's literally just been improving his lap every time.
Just shows though, even if the hards are getting older, they still improve throughout the laps. Because
I know it's all about, because the temperature is still cold when you're out in them for 5 laps compared to the mediums or the softs. I mean, Darth FIFA though, out on the softs for 12 laps, an absolute age on them tyres, and I take it he'll be looking. I don't know what round 1 is, if it is Australia, but I think he'll be looking towards a 1 stop if this track does show up in the calendar. Soft to medium, or medium to soft, is the fastest strategy around here, I would say, from Prestige Tier and other leagues like that. Speaking of this, I'm feeling a lot more calm and relaxed. So is there we go, there's the tyres going off for Darth FIFA. He saves it from the wall there, but getting too much on, well, using too much throttle I think there, and just tapping the grass on the exit, spinning the car right around, similar to what FeL Magic Alonso does, or done. But let's just have a look here. We are seeing a very close fight going on between the hard runners from AMG to his teammate Bokto.
A huge battle going on. Some people coming on the medium tyres as well. I'm on board with Riku, and he's lost the car. So that's his lap gone. He'll hike a time. I'm going to go on a full lap with him actually, because he's just started his lap. Something interesting what he could do. What is his best lap time, and what tyres were they? They were on the hard, so he's expected to improve this lap. We'll have to make sure that we get it through the sectors.
Well, I was just going to say, I can't pronounce your name. Fair? You said it earlier. In the comments.
Oh, Sphere. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's called a
Sphere, right.
Sphere. Like, apologies.
I
Again.
don't know. I tell us if you're pronouncing your name wrong, of course. And apologies, but I use the phone for comments. I don't use the PS like whatever. So I don't know if you do that, Sam.
Yeah, I'm looking on my phone now as well for it. So don't worry, mate.
Alright. Tim goes, I really like Spa with my new wheel, so I really think I can make it to F1.
He's talking about a different league, isn't he, at the moment?
Yep. Talking about EVR right now.
Yeah, he's talking about a different league on a different day, and, you know...
Obviously we're not going to promote that on another stream, but...
I mean, Tim's
Tim,
trying, it's like Tim's trying to encourage... I mean, yes, go for it. I mean, if you think you can do well at Spa, I think you can do well at Spa. He looks like a Thomas gone.
I mean, that's a pre-season for it, so it's good to see practicing there. Let's go back in. I'm looking at Reek now. He spun it now for Mayo earlier, just 2 laps ago, or 1 lap for him maybe. Took a while to recover, and now he's back on it with the mediums.
Oh,
and setting a lap.
Think about the AI right now. Lance Stroll
Wait,
has actually spun the car. How has that happened? The AI driver has spun the car. I don't know if that was somebody who's hit him off or something, saying I don't want to be with you.
No. Lance Stroll is a player. It's just showing it's glitched. It's showing up as Lance Stroll, but it's actually Henners.
So Henners is Lance Stroll.
That's the problem.
That's helpful. I mean, yeah, I can kind of tell. This is not me being
he's
rude,
off to. I was going to say he's off to Australia, but I would say that's more like Brazil.
Hey,
Lance Stroll though. Moving forward. I mean, that's just going to sit for the rest of the season now. We're just going to be like, so Lance Stroll. Sitting there in the back.
Oh, Killer 7 keeps looking up the right there. He keeps on going on his lap. I don't know if he's up or down.
It is confirmed that Lando Norris is Lando Norris, so don't worry, guys.
Oh, so we do know that there is one AI driver on here, unfortunately, but let's see how his pace goes later on. We're not going to spectate him, though, but Killer 7 is now coming to across the line. What's he going to get?
Obviously what's happened is he's came in late, Henners, and picked the car, or he's like been in, lagged out just before it started, so it's under Lance Stroll.
Yeah. So Killer 7's on a couple of laps now. There's some drivers that are approaching 20 laps. Like, look at Paul. Just look at Paul. I'm just gonna call him that because I cannot even bear to say that surname or that other name of Paul. I'm just gonna call him Paul Airy.
Paul Airy.
He's 18th at the moment, but he's got 18 laps hard tyres there, so he's gone for a long endurance sprint sort of thing. And look at that!
AMG 22.9 sets the fastest lap on 18 lap old hard tyres. That's a brilliant lap there from the Mercedes boys.
That is just something to go by, isn't it? Don't really see that every single day. Look at DJ now. He's on 1 lap mediums now. So Darth FIFA is also on medium tyres. He's a little bit up, but not up by much. He isn't using his ERS up though, so he's probably just wait for those tyres to get to the highest momentum they can do. So, but he has been using a little bit of ERS here, but doesn't look like he's going to improve his lap. He may improve it a little bit though. Let's see what he's going to do.
As AMG, I mean, it seems like he's just went for that lap, because now he's got it in none, so I think he's just doing hot laps now, instead of race pace laps and fiddling about with the ERS during the lap. He's just done the overtake hot lap mixtures, and I mean, it just shows that this man may be that dominant in quali pace, or in quali trim, but possibly in the race, a lot of people can't challenge him. As we're seeing VFG look on an out lap here, 12 lap old hard. Is he going to do the similar thing and go hot lap mode and overtake and try match what AMG has done?
A lot of people on all the tyres now. There's more people coming into the stream now. There's 10 people in the stream, so hello to you all. Hope you're all doing great today.
Steve Verlo. I think that's how I'm going to say it. Thank you for saying it's a good stream. I mean, for this kind of practice, pre-season practice session, we can kind of just chill, make her kind of build up to the final minutes of this session, and really go for it.
Obviously, right now, a lot of drivers are just setting, I guess, banker laps, just setting quick laps, just getting used to the track, maybe. But it's nice to see that drivers are actually coming out. There's people who've done almost like 20 laps already, which is quite astonishing. Like in just over 30 minutes, with like still an hour to go. But still, they've got quite a lot of time to get these tyres going. But when are we going to see people start to go onto the softs? It must be towards the end.
Oh, we've got another person, Mako Van Luke. I'm struggling with these names, guys. Like, I'm Scottish and dyslexic, so I'm trying my hardest. But thank you. Says good job, guys, in the chat. I don't know if you guys are racing. If you are just under different names, of course, to the PSN. But if you are, good luck for the rest of the session, obviously. Darth FIFA, though, I'm watching right now on the mediums, improved has been improving his times, and is now in the 23s on the medium tire.
So yeah, Henner's is on a lap right now. He's got new mediums on. Of course, that was deliberate, but we're not going to talk about that. But Henner's needs to improve his time. He's 2.8 down on the leader, so a little bit of gaps here, but he's 1 second down there. I wonder if he's just invalidated. Oh!
And he spins, taps a wall a bit, no wing damage luckily, and he can get it back to racing.
He's done the same thing as last time there. He'd done that last time, which confused me because I thought it was actually an AI driver doing that.
I think he's either taking too much of the curb on the left, or it's not on the right, or trying to, take more than just the AstroTurf, take the grass as well on the left, on the exit of turn 12 and 13. But, I mean, one thing you've got to do there is come in wide, cut in tight, make sure you're as far over to the left as possible, giving yourself a straight entry, or exit, sorry, making your run down to, on the DRS strip. On the third DRS strip. I forgot there was 3 DRS straights now in 2019. On the 2019 game.
I believe
Jaffa Baboon improves his lap.
That's already your favourite driver, isn't it?
Yeah, Jaffa Baboon.
You beat me to it.
I don't know, it's reminding me of Star Wars. I don't know why.
Interesting character name that would be. I mean, you know. It's kind of, I guess, a orange intergalactic monkey. I guess that kind of works, but you know. Right, so MDJ. Oh dear,
That's he's on stag on the house, not a bucket.
Darth FIFA is down on his lap time. He's 5th place right now. But look at AMG. AMG's just come out on the medium tyres. He's got a lot of traffic here, but I'm sure the Ferraris will respect him and let him go. But he's got a bit of traffic in front of him. Need to get rid of it.
I mean, I'm liking the helmets these guys have done. They're very nice, beautiful helmets. I mean, AMG's is very nice, and it looks as well as beautiful.
Jaffa Baboons, not so much in my opinion. I like the design, but with the colour it doesn't really look great, but they do look like stunning helmets, some of them. Some of them maybe don't suit the colour. Lagging a bit. That's unlike me, but anyway. I'm guessing Darth FIFA right now is probably using a German helmet, but he is on a lap right now as well. We will go on board with FeL AMG though, FeL AMG. I'm just going to call you AMG because it's easy. But Brett has left the session, so he's probably had a little bit of an issue. Hopefully he'll get back as soon as possible. Brett has left the party, so he's got some sort of issue with his internet or something, so hopefully he'll sort it out. But anyway, AMG on a lap time right now. It's going pretty well so far. Anyway, so AMG, I don't know if he improved just then. I'm trying to see if we can get Brett back. So just so you know, just why I'm quiet a little bit, but Luke's on an out lap right now. Magic Alonso is on a lap. Bunch of people now moving over to the medium tyres. I'm going to see if I can invite Brett back to the party, so just be aware. So hopefully he'll be back in a minute, but I'm just on board with Magic Alonso right now, 7th place at the moment. Let's see what he can do. I believe I've just missed his set to 2 time, but I think the Ferraris have come out together, it looks like. And
The
return of Brett. I don't know if are you in the session again, or do you need another invite? I don't know if
I can join, don't worry. Yeah, sorry guys, was not expecting that. All of a sudden, all the cars froze. You stopped talking and my game crashed.
Everything just died.
Yeah. Literally, my PlayStation just died. It threw up. Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Botto Men's is on a lap on the mediums, so let's see how he can do. He's on new fresh medium tyres, so not what he wants. Hopefully he can get a good lap here. He's 2 tenths down there. I believe as fast as were the hard tyres, but a lot of these guys are conserving right now. You expect that from these guys. Probably not going for the quickest laps until the end. Surprising that some of them have decided to pick the soft tyres, such as Jaffa Baboon, for example. Lance Stroll's retired from the session. Henna's has retired from the session, that is. But look at Paul at the back there. 25 lap old hards. Everyone's moved over to mediums or softs or set their fastest fit in them right now. So it's going to be interesting to see. Lando Norris is the only one not to set a lap time, but that's the AI. The AI are probably staying out of it, as it looks like. But a couple guys have decided to retire. Maybe they've got to go and do something, or just maybe they've crashed into the wall and have gone somewhere where they cannot return. But no one's setting amazing laps right now. But MDJ is on the soft tyres, so expect to see maybe a little bit of a good lap here. So he's 5 tenths up here, so he could potentially go on to first place. Obviously AMG has set the fastest lap on medium tyres, so I think MDJ has to do a little bit more than that if he wants to challenge for the top spot here. Let's see, he's coming around the final 2 corners. And I don't know if
my
he's
room is freezing. Holy shit.
Well, me too, I guess. There's MDJ going top. He actually goes 6 tenths faster there, so let's not take it for granted though, because AMG he has set his fastest time on the medium tyres, while MDJ has set his fastest time on the hard tyres. Apologies. So right now AMG looks like he's going to be the clear winner here, unless anyone can really beat his or challenge his hard time at the moment. If he comes through on the medium tyres, let's see if he can improve his lap time. Not looking likely, but he's got some DRS and also a little bit of slipstream here to help him. He's still down again, so whatever he did with the hard tyres really worked. Hennes leaves the session just now, so Lance Hennes is out of the session. I think we're just gonna get off to that name now, but so.
But the thing with AMG is he was using hot lap in order to, like, he'd done a hot lap, like a quality lap for that hard stint, so I think he was really doing it for the medium near the end.
He's probably just figuring out his race pace, like when it comes to the end of the race, which is really kind of smart, isn't it? You don't really want to be like blasting out straight away, because it doesn't really show your real pace. What really shows your pace is your consistency within those laps. And obviously you got to really treat this more like a race than a qualifying session. until the end. Obviously, the end is probably more like treating it like a qualifying session. But these drivers have got a lot of time. Still 3/4 of an hour to go, so no rush is needed for these guys. At the moment, though, some people are coming onto soft tyres, though, maybe trying to set the pace a little bit.
One thing I'm noticing with AMG is he's not really pushing the car as much as you usually would see with a lot higher tiers, obviously. But don't get me wrong, I feel like he will start pushing the car more when it comes to hot laps. Because he's not using all the track extensions you can do around here. He's only using some of them, not by much.
I've definitely noticed something. I've noticed quite a lot of lookups a little bit. If I'm being completely honest with you, there's been quite a few lookups, and especially with Marco here. Marco is looking up quite a bit at the moment, so I've had to sort himself out a little bit. He comes into this corner. He's not looking up there, so that's good that he's not looking up there. Let's see how he goes. Done 2 lap old sauce. He doesn't want to really waste them. He's a little bit up though, so interesting to see. In the hat.
Well, look, at least it's pre-season, and you can be here for round 1 of the FeL.
Yeah, there's loads of leagues out there with loads of different names. It's so hard to keep up with which ones are called which.
I know, so many. Like, eventually gets to a point where like you're trying to keep it. Is it an F at this? Oh wait, no. Is that a V in the middle? No.
Yeah, you just don't know. Just don't know where anything is anymore. But Marcus sets a little bit of a faster lap. Again, though, it was 1.7 off the leader MDJ. So it just shows the difference between pushing and not pushing on the soft tyres here.
Well, one thing I just want to point out is Jaffa, well, I think it was off circuit. In the Haas, he's coming out on the hard, so he's going to be the only driver now to be out in the hard.
He did do a soft run, I think, so it's going to be interesting to see. I'm wondering if he did that soft run not rushing anything, but so it's going to be interesting to see if he builds up ERS. Maybe goes for it, but he has got full ERSs, so... But anyway, who else is actually on an actual lap? Uran is going to be in.
Luke. Oh, collision!
Yeah.
For VFG Luke and...
Oh, VLT Raikkonen has joined. Okay, that's interesting to see. I don't know.
I don't know if the lobby's open, or I don't know if he races here.
I was not aware if Raikkonen races here, but if he does race here, then he can take the Lando Norris seat. So. That's going to be interesting to see, obviously.
Well, Lando Norris has disappeared now.
He's disappeared, has he? Oh, he's in the pits, it says. But,
Oh, he's disappeared for me.
Oh,
well,
so he's...
Hello, Raikkonen, if you're in the stream.
Oh, and Rico almost lost the car then. Let's have a look then at...
If Nolan joins me, they think it's a public session.
Oh yeah, because obviously good mates with well, obviously you'll be more good mates with Nolan and Raikkonen there for obvious reasons, but not about them. It's about Uran at the moment. Uran is about to set a lap time. He's got medium, not medium. He's got the mediums on, but he's got medium ERS as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he can do. He set a lap time half a second quicker. So you can see that lap times are suddenly starting to increase a little bit. That's Lorenzo. I think he's gone off the track again. So Lorenzo's got a little bit of issues with pushing at the moment. And he is 2 seconds behind, so it's kind of easy to see why.
Raikkonen has took the Lando Norris seat.
This is going to be interesting to see the pace of everyone else against Raikkonen, because I believe Raikkonen is really quick, obviously as a driver. So it's going to be interesting to see. And there goes Jaffa, but being very close there to almost running wide and crashing out to that corner, which has become quite a frequent error for some of these drivers. Luke is now coming out on a new pair of mediums.
Were they possibly the 2 drivers not there? Because now it says Henners is, well, that's the name it's showing now, and now it's showing Raikkonen. I don't know if Raikkonen is.
This is confusing. I mean, Lando Norris.
Is there a chat?
Someone's in the Lando Norris seat. It must be, because He switched from hard tyres to medium tyres in terms of the
No,
fitted.
yeah. It says his name in the McLaren for me.
Yeah, it's not showing him in the McLaren for me. It still says Lando Norris.
I'm so confused.
I don't know what on earth is
oh,
going
he's coming
on.
out. He's coming out.
It's going to be interesting to see.
That beautiful Lando Norris helmet.
Has he got a Lando Norris out, or is it just his custom one?
No, Lando Norris. Well, AMG, it's on, I guess. Raikkonen will be going for.
Let's see how he's going. Look at that, just absolutely darting at the moment in this McLaren. Let's see how he's doing, and he has got a Lando Norris helmet on. So whether he has decided to, obviously, get mods for the game, I do not know. But
No, it's just because he's picked. It happens when you pick the driver.
Malk has said hello to me. Hello, Malk. I did commentary with you yesterday. It was very fun, so I thank you for that. Tonight I'm with a different commentator, obviously, as you could tell. But yeah,
Hello, Malk.
hope you're enjoying the session so far. Still 42 minutes to go, so we've got a long way to go still.
Malk, you do HDA comms, am I right? I don't know. Put it in the chat if you do. I think you do.
I think he does, yeah, because I was speaking to him about it yesterday. But that's not besides the point. Lando Norris is, or Raikkonen. I don't know who to call him anymore. On your screen it's Raikkonen, on my screen it's Lando. But I mean, if it's AI, then it must be 110 AI because it looks like it's going pretty damn quick. Let's see how he does though. And it is showing that it is VRT Raikkonen.
Kept the car very straight there.
Whether he's in this league or not, I'm not 100% sure. But let's see what the other guys are saying in the chat. No one's mentioned that he's not in the league, so.
Well, I think he's gonna bang out a time here as it comes into the second sector now. Flying at the moment in this McLaren and coming up to the chicane just before the fast one. Decent line, doesn't use all the curb on the inside there, but it gets a decent exit anyway. And now comes into turn 12 and 13 if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't push the car that much for there. I think he's just getting used to what the car's capable of. Or maybe not showing his pace, so lets off the gas, I don't know.
He hasn't got ERS on though, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, and he's he's having a bit of an adventure here.
He is a little bit there, so he's going slow. He's probably going for another lap as it looks like, but see what lap time he can produce here originally.
And maybe he got invalidation. That's probably what it was.
Might as well.
But when he took his that much AstroTurf.
I don't think he got invalidation. I think he just got put off, but it's not the best lap from him. Anyone else setting laps right now? Luke has just set a lap. He's going slow here at the moment, so nothing special. But AMG is now on a lap. AMG looking to potentially go top again on the medium tyres. I don't know if he's still yet to improve on these tyres, so he's not seeming to be pushing too much. He's still on to ERS mode, so he's not pushing too much at the moment. But it's going to be interesting to see what he puts in towards the end as the champion, and obviously the reigning and defending champion. Look at that, it's still 8 tenths down. He's a little bit slower on these medium tyres. Not really too much consistency going on. But who's this driver in front? Is that his teammate? He looks similar colour, so it might be his teammate. No, it's a Williams of Darth FIFA. So close, but not close. So Raikkonen is a little bit up on his time. He's only a tiny bit up though, so it looks like he's not pushing so far. But it was just set to free where he did have a little bit of a kerfuffle, and it was at that corner. He's luckily got by there. Let's see what he does though. He's 5 seconds down on his lap.
He's not fully pushing.
Quite a few drivers are not pushing at the moment. Still got 38 minutes, so it's got a lot to do. And there we go, 7th place. So there goes Lando Norris or VRT Raikkonen. Both different drivers, aren't they, Raikkonen and Lando Norris? But can't really decide who's a better driver, and none of us could decide who is actually in the car at the moment because it's got a Lando Norris helmet in a Lando Norris car, but it's a
It's
VR.
Raikkonen.
It's showing us it's Raikkonen, so we don't know. But at the moment, 7th place is a pretty decent benchmark. So now it looks like he's pushing a little bit more here on this lap as he moves up to a high ERS.
There we go. He's got that corner nailed now. But he's not properly going for it in this chicane up here. He's kind of being quite passive about. Oh, there we go. He's went and he's away. He's went and he's away.
And here he
He's away.
goes. Let's
And here
see
he
what
goes.
see what he could do around this corner. He's doing pretty well.
Maybe
at
he's
the
just
moment
getting
on this lap.
confident with a car.
Just getting. Obviously, some people are not used to the.
This is the fastest lap. He's going to set the fastest lap here.
Yeah, look at it. Absolutely brilliant lap. So consistent at the moment. But he's coming around the final
He has
corner.
it none.
A little bit slow, but look at that. He put the ERS right up. Let's see what it's going to be. It's not the fastest lap, you know. In fact, it was slower than his. No, it was slower than his last lap. So I don't think it was the fact that it was in invalidation, but
No, it wasn't.
he's still 8/10ths down. So it's decent to see. But he is trying to challenge for a higher position. We definitely know that.
I mean, he's not. He's getting none for that whole first sector there. Isn't touching overtake or hot lap. He's just got it in high, and in none. It's high none. Now he's getting an overtake.
Well, who is also on a lap? FIFA has gone on hard tyres again, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can improve his time here. Let's see what his time is going to be. He's down by 6/10ths, so not what he wants. Marco Popper's on a lap as well, but he's not pushing at all right now, as it looks like. No one seems to be pushing, and
yeah,
Rakov has left the session.
Malk, if you're still in the chat, can you put your Twitter in the chat, please?
I can link you it if you want, Brett. I could have easily done that. I've got his Twitter, so I could at you if you want. Raikkonen's come around the final corner. And here he comes.
He's getting an overtake.
Let's see what he's got. And he's got his third fastest. Look at that. Only Luke is faster than him here. Luke is faster than him on the same tyre. MDJ is a little bit in trouble now because these guys on the medium tyres are starting to really, really rev up the pace a little bit. Lando Norris goes 3rd place. And there's Reek coming into the pits. But AMG now. I'm starting to stumble with my words a bit. But anyway.
AMG using all the ERS he's got now.
And SJ Racing is probably just waiting a little bit. He's not rushing anything at the moment, it looks like, but he's ready to put all the ERS on. I've no idea if he's going to go for full ERS here, but he's going very slow. Just preparing for the lap. High ERS here.
So lap reset.
He's gone on to overtake, so let's just see what this lap is going to be. Let's go on a full lap on board. Keep an eye on Raikkonen, who seems to be setting the pace at the moment. Obviously, he's not leading, but he's definitely getting closer and closer to that at least. So just make sure you keep watch of him at the moment. AMG on old medium
get held up by a
tyres.
Haas. Oh, but he's put him off and he's went wide. He's going to come into the pits.
Well, let's have a look. Malk has replied to that, Brett, so you know. Anyway, so SJ Racing now is on a lap into the furthermore corners. Let's look at this. Lorenzo Bandini going to be helpful for SJ Racing, but probably not. Probably put him off a little bit. It's a bit of an awkward corner to overtake him. SJ Racing still continues to go on as he goes into sector 3 now, and it's going to be interesting to see what his pace can be furthermore on this lap. It's a new set of medium tyres. What's the fastest he set on? It says it's going to be on 1 lap medium, so these are new fresh mediums that he's put on. It looks like Kimmy's coming into the pits now finally, so only a short stint on mediums, not much. Anyway, SG Racing comes across the line, he's 2 seconds down. Like I said, that Haas probably didn't help him at all. So let's see who is on outlap now.
Look,
That
on the
is
mediums.
that is true. Though what Max just said, one to watch is MDJ. I would say he's one to watch, but at the moment he's top with soft tyres, which he set his fastest lap on. That was new, fresh soft tyres. You see, the problem is obviously it's the fact that the guys behind, Lando Norris,
second.
Exactly, and Luke set him on medium tyres. He's not rushing no around, but you'll see when you get to the soft tyres, it's going to be very close for some certain people. Let's look at Luke though, come around this corner. He's just setting the pace, getting ready for his lap. SJ Racing though, not pushing at
Hot
all.
lap, here we go. I'm gonna watch Luke.
Is he on the hot lap? Is he?
Yeah, he's going for it.
He's going
Getting
for
an
it.
overtake, hot lap mode now. Coming into corner to offer the best acceleration. Slamming on the throttle, overtake. Now pushing down the straight. Look at the bloody ERS drop.
He's just goes so quickly, doesn't it? Honestly, when you're all in a hot lap, it's much quicker than it was on the previous games. But see how he continues to go through and see where he's going to save it a little bit.
Present the third. I've really done that there.
As he goes through,
staying very tight to the yellow line there. Get a nice entry, nice exit. Maximising straight line speed but overtake mode. Coming through the fast left-hander here. Very nice entry, very nice exit. This looks like a stunner of a lap, to be honest.
Kimi is out again on the hard tyres now, but let's just stay with Luke for now. Looks like he's got a very nice lap getting along, and obviously MDJ is the one to watch here apparently, but let's see what happens with Luke here, if he can set a faster time. Bit weak through that corner, but see how his exit goes. Look, goes pretty well. And is he going to be the first man to be into 1:21s? Or just misses it, but he goes top position for now. And where is Kimi at the moment? He is 1 second down, so he is not looking to beat his lap time. He's just kind of practicing around the track. At the moment, AMG, with half an hour to go, AMG is still on these medium tyres. 17 laps he's gone on these medium tyres. That's a very interesting long stint that is. Let's see how he does. There's 7 people in the stream, so thank you everybody who's stuck with us this whole time. It's been an hour. I know it's long, but we've promised to try our best to keep you updated and make sure that you're not bored, but obviously it's a long session, but these drivers are still yet to set their proper pace yet.
That's what SJ Racing, who's really just been concentrating on race pace this whole session, which is good to see. Getting ready for round 1, of course, of FeL. And I'm excited to see where he ends up, SJ Racing, as I know he's quite new to league racing, and he's got a decent amount of potential. I definitely could see him being up there with a few people.
He's
in the future.
He definitely he's messaged me a couple of times. SJ Racing has he's messaged me, and he's always said that he is quite ambitious to join esports teams and get into like some of the top esports teams. He shows that ambition, and he's shown it kind of here that he's got that knowledge to notice that although he may not be fastest here, he may be night fastest, but it looks like he's consistent. He's holding the car well and everything, and that's just going to help him. That's probably more important than anything, because although qualifying means a lot for where you're going to be on the track, but if you're in a decent position to put a good lap in qualifying anyway, you should really focus on your race pace. Make sure that your race pace and consistency is there, because if you don't have consistency in laps, that's going to bite you in the back. Honestly,
it definitely will. And I like how you missed out on swearing there, which is always that positive. Even though I probably would have just said it anyway. But VRT ranking out in the hards right now, sitting at 120 something. I don't know. We'll have a look. He's at 122.6, so he's only 2 tenths off his actual lap there on these hards. So I think he can go a lot quicker on the medium speed, just not showing it.
Well, look at SG Racing come around the final corners now. He's, like I said, we've said, he's thinking about race pace. Don't expect sparkles here, but just look at the consistency he's on his lap. And although he's 1 second slower than his actual time, but he's probably just set that as a banker lap. This one is more about consistently putting laps in, and if you look at them, they're going to be roughly the same.
He is a very consistent driver on these mediums. Like, so his first lap, obviously, it got invalidated, so that was a 27.6, and then from there on it's been a 23.3, which is his quickest lap, then a 25.5, then a 24.9, then a 24.8, then a 24.6, then a 24.9.
He's been trying to show as much consistency as possible in laps, and obviously you've got to be careful because these tyres, well, especially the softs, they will wear out quicker than obviously the other two tyres, except for obviously the hards. The hards will probably wear out a long time.
Mediums, not the softs.
He's now on the mediums, yeah, so maybe not well to focus on them too much. Drivers who have set soft laps though as their fastest laps, quite a few of them are starting to come through now. Most disappointing one I have to say is Hill Hiker Tom at the moment too.
And another Ferrari has spun.
And which one is that? Is that FeL Magic Alonso? No, it's not. It's Uran. And there's also another spinner. It was Killer 7, so he's pushing a little bit too hard, and that corner's really starting to bite people a lot at the moment. And there goes Lorenzo Racer. Someone's improved their lap, and there's Jaffa Baboon on an outlap, and he's lost a car as well. Just in the background there, the Toro Rosso's lost his front wing. Oh, actually, has he? I don't know.
It seems like that's happening. We have one lap where just everyone dies.
At the moment, yeah, it's like everyone's starting to push. They're just
and Killer 7's off again.
And that's not what he wants to see.
For anybody that's coming on to very quickly here, that's what we need, right? As commentators, I put a tweet out quite a few weeks ago, or it might have been last week actually, and it was about what the spectator thing needs, and I personally think it needs an option to be able to like replay. Like during the race, we'll rewind to like look at incidents more closely as a commentator, and also it needs to have, now that I'm thinking, a system where there's a map on available to see, so a track map where you can see where all the drivers are, and I think that'd be brilliant.
That is something that needs to be crucial, and obviously onto a discussion about commentators, as we are obviously the commentators of tonight's practice session. We need to make sure, like, it says that drivers are on laps or on actual laps, so we do have a little bit of knowledge there, but like Brett just said, it's probably more beneficial for us to know where they are on the tracks to see who's actually just about to set a lap time, so we can just see how they're going to do, but also it just gives us more an idea of whether also they need to add, like, similar to the race, because in the race obviously they tell you, like, if a driver's got like a penalty or something, they need to say who's invalidated laps is, so it's much easier for us.
I just feel like what we have here on the left showing all the times and stuff is not positioned in a great place. What that should be right up to the left corner, top left corner, and it should be like right to the side.
It's quite small as well, so it doesn't really help for viewers to see, especially when it's on the light colours.
Spin by Darth FIFA as I was spectating them there. I don't know if you were as well.
I was as well, actually. I was actually...
Teammate SJ Racing was almost caught up on that, and also AMG, of course, title defender.
So, let's look at AMG right now. He's on a lap. He's on softs now. Just behind SJ, but he's not setting the lap times he wants. He's
on a lap there. But obviously he's not went for it because he's still got 90 RS and he's getting held up a lot, of course, by SJ Racing due to them tyres being a bit older and, well, of course not as strong as the softs.
I just want to answer that VRT Raikkonen, he's not a driver in the league, but the league has decided to praise him, so if Raikkonen's watching this and everything, you've just been praised by a league that you're not even in, so, I mean, You are a quick driver, mate. So
So yeah,
honestly,
Raikkonen that's actually.
it's nice to see that the league's actually taking it cool because it's only a practice session, isn't it? It's nothing too major, is it? Like if you're just missing a driver or two, yeah,
Yeah,
fair
he's
enough. But
texted me saying getting bored and asking me do they race, and I was like, right, so I'm gonna go. I mean, it's good to see though, VRT Raikkonen being in here. He's just messing about.
still, though, he's a quality driver. I'm still on board with AMG right now to see how he's done. And Jamil has left the session. Jamil F1. Unfortunately, obviously it's probably down to the fact there's no spots because he's not on this grid right now. There's no spots left available because Lando Norris has taken that seat. But AMG is probably doing a similar thing to SJ right now, just making sure that he's got that consistency if he has to use a soft stint on the soft tyres. But Lorenzo has just beaten Lorenzo's time, so Lorenzo Bandini's beaten Lorenzo Race's time just there. A couple of guys now start to get closer in terms of their pace. Shows good that drivers are starting to get used to the track a lot more. Got to also take into consideration that some of them have set their fastest lap on medium tyres, such as
Colin. Colin is in the chat. Sorry to interrupt you. Just Colin surprised me. Didn't think he'd be here.
There's a lot of Dutch people in the league, I believe, if I'm correct, and I'm still on board with AMG. He's really pushing at the moment, so it's nice to see that he's really having a go to try and keep that top spot. But Cohen is in the chat. He says what's good, so I'm assuming he's just saying what's up. Everything is fine. We've been commentating for 70 minutes now, so it's been quite a long evening for us, but a couple of guys are starting to put in some good laps now, and it's kind of helped us a little bit more.
And suggestion to FeL, do not make the practice sessions 90 minutes long, that's a bit too long.
Yeah, it is quite long.
Make them 45 minutes, because then it matches the 50% races for tyres and stuff, because this is matching 100% races.
And obviously that's not helpful at all for the drivers, because it doesn't really give them that much data to go off of how long these tyres will last, etc. Unless this league is a 100% league, which I'm in trouble for then, if so, because I didn't sign up for 100%, but if it's 100%, I'll go for it, because that's me for you. I like, just go for it, yep. There's a motto in it. But MDJ now is on the soft. It was actually on the medium tyres. I'm looking at the best, but he's on the medium tyres. Luke is now on the soft tyres, so keep an eye on Luke. Raikkonen is now back out on the hard tyres, but he's not setting too much laps at the moment. He's probably just using this to maybe practice a little bit around Australia, because Australia isn't really a circuit you see around this time of the league, but Luke has come around these corners. Let's see how Luke does. It looks like he is going for the fastest lap of the session. 90 minutes to go, so you'll start seeing some drivers now going on to the soft and setting fastest laps. And there we go, 6 tenths up already, look at that. Looking to be the first man to get into the 1:21s. Is he going to do so? It's looking likely, unless obviously he spins or makes a miraculous mistake. As he comes through to the final 3 corners now. Pretty good through there, pushing quite a bit, but into the final 2 corners now. Very important to know where to put your car, but as he comes through to the final corner, hits the apex a little bit, probably perfect. Probably could have gone a little bit wider there to get more of the momentum, but there we go. Look at that for a lap, 8 tenths quicker. So that is Luke done with probably the fastest lap of the session, unless AMG has something to say about that, or even obviously Raikkonen or MDJ. Obviously, if any of them had to say something about it, there goes you ran. As we speak, 4 tenths slower. Luke is really showing some potential here in this session. as Brett seems to have disappeared all of a sudden.
Sorry, I was watching the final round of FeL. I was just seeing.
Ah, alright, yeah. That makes sense. Lorenzo Bandini.
I will confirm, at least for last season, it was 50% races.
Okay, so that is helpful for me if I'm going to be treating this like a little bit more full time. But at the moment, Botto Men's is on a lap on the softs. A few guys coming on the softs now, except from being on the mediums, but some have gone straight back to the mediums from the softs.
Bum 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 bum. Copyright strike.
Right, so who are the people to watch out for in these final few minutes then? We've got 18 minutes remaining, well 17 minutes, 7.5 minutes, but who is likely to rip up the track in the final few laps?
Well, I mean, AMG is looking to do that as he almost spun there.
He's got a fight.
But final 20 minutes, right? I feel like people will start going out and then ridiculous laps around the 10-minute mark. Because they'll have about 2 softs to do it on.
Well, obviously it's a 90-minute session, so they've had all time to prepare and get to know the circuit, so that's one thing. They've got all the time in the world to prepare themselves. So it's like, I don't know how many laps people have done, but they've roughly done around 30 or 40 laps, so maybe in an entire Grand Prix, basically, they've done of laps around the circuit. So
more, yeah.
Pretty sure the circuit is now going to be well known going into the start of the season and when Australia is on the calendar. But it's going to be a circuit that a lot of drivers will enjoy racing around, since they should know it so well by that point.
Yeah, I really enjoy Australia, especially watching it. It offers very good racing on this game.
It's not one of those circuits that you say, oh, it's terrible in real life, it's terrible in the game. Monaco, what have you done?
Obviously with the new rig it's hard getting in and out of it, so I fell and let's just say the seat went right up my bloody crack.
Yeah. Jesus. That must have hurt.
I was getting Haribo's. Worth it.
Haribo's worth it. Oh, yeah.
Literally, bit off topic, but how big is this again? Oh wait, it says it on the top. 1,750 grams worth of Haribo's in a box.
Christ. And there is Malcolm just says
box.
Cohen, and like his sort of his voice, not his voice, his in the thing in the stream where he just goes Cohen, and that's just amazing. And the
every time
somebody
subscribes. Cohen.
I mean, where is Cohen? Is he still in the chat? Because Malk seems pretty happy that Cohen's here, and Malk is still here as well, which I'm happy to see. But Lorenzo comes into the pits now, who is on a really fast lap at the moment.
I've been texted back by Raikkonen. He said he was trying to beat the guys on the hards, couldn't get it up. So he's went to the mediums now.
So he's gone to the mediums to see what he can do on the mediums. He's not come out of the pits yet, but by the sounds of it, it looks like he's just about to, and just about to say challenge me. So let's see what he can do. Obviously, I've had enough of some certain other VRT person, someone called VRT Dylan, who you may know, who keeps boasting about his Singapore lap, that he can beat my Singapore lap on the hard tyres. So I'd rather hate boasters like that.
Let's test it.
And let's not. But I have improved around Singapore, but obviously this isn't about how I've improved or anything, as much as I'd like it. What do you mean? No, I have not improved by 1,000th. In fact, I've improved on some circuits by almost a second in like a couple of laps, so I've done pretty well, I would say. But back to
top 2,000.
And hey Sam, it's me again. That's Geo Fortnite. I hate that game. I'm telling you that something now. Hello mate. Raikkonen's now on outlap, so let's see what Raikkonen can do in a minute. We're just gonna watch MDJ set a lap time. Can you join? This is not my league, mate. If you have to follow the league on Instagram. It's called F1 Euro League. Just ask them to join it. I'm sure they'll be flattered by you. It's on Instagram though, so just be aware.
If you have Twitter, text us. We can hook you up our league.
Yeah. MDJ is not really pushing right now at all. AMG's 2 seconds down, so nothing too much to see here. Luke is on new softs. Oh, this league is basically at the same time as what you're watching right now. So this league actually started at 6:30. I believe it starts at that time as well in the actual races. This is just a 90-minute practice session, hence why we are still streaming. So it's been quite a while. We've got 12 minutes left in it though, so we haven't got much long to go. I'm not sure what the website name is. I've only joined this league as commentator narrowly just soon, but well, I guess just find out the Instagram. The Instagram is just F1 Euro League or F1 _Euro _League. And just hit them up. Just send them a message. They get back pretty quickly. So you know. And Luke has decided to retire. He's called it a day. 12 minutes left. He's pretty happy with his time. And here comes Raikkonen now. Oh, Raikkonen's been kind of he's got a lot of traffic there, so Raikkonen is not going to set a lap time just yet. He's going to wait for
beat it on the mediums though.
I wonder if he can. He's got 1.5 seconds to beat Luke, and Luke obviously will be facing Raikkonen in another league. I definitely know this, and gonna be interested to see what Raikkonen can do against Luke, because I know Luke has got impressive times. He's definitely one to watch in this league. My opinion, he's kind of underestimated. SJ Racing as well, who obviously still hasn't set that really fast lap that I'd expect him to set.
Hey, here goes Raikkonen. He's gonna take us along for the ride.
Let's see what Raikkonen can do then in the McLaren. As he goes through to the first two corners, just hugs the apex on both corners. Who is the league leader, mate? This is just the pre-season, so the last year's champion was FeL AMG 44, so the person who is in 4th place right now, but there are quite a few people who can definitely claim that they could be leader of the league, and that could be between AMG, I'm guessing Yoran is pretty quick, Luke as well looks pretty quick, but also SJ Racing, Bokdo obviously as well, and Marco Popper.
Who's meaning who owns the league?
Who owns the league? I guess I think it's someone. I'm not sure who owns the league.
Luke, nice seeing the chat.
Just ask their Instagram account, mate. If you just ask them to join, the league leader does answer, so he answers on the league account. So just ask them. They're on Instagram. Just ask them. They should get back pretty quickly. They almost got back to me immediately when I asked if I could do comms, but Kimi's coming into the pit, so I don't know what he's gonna try and spin off here.
Colin. Doing very good. We're having a nice chill commentating. We've been going for 80 minutes so far, and we're just to the last stretch.
Yep, we're just making sure that we're keeping our voices going just for a few more minutes.
Cool, and you see Sam, right? He absolutely done me one. He said, "Oh yeah, right. You said for the 90-minute practice session 5 minutes before this actually started."
I'm pretty sure.
No clue.
But I told you, mate. I
session.
told you it was a 90-minute practice session beforehand.
I don't mind. It's been nice. It's been chill, but like Jesus.
It's a big practice session, I know, but obviously, you know, every league is different. Every league will choose to give the drivers as much practice as possible, but at this current point, Luke looks like he's going to be taking the lead position at the moment. Yeah, Cohen was in the party with us before we started, so he does know what you're on about, Brett, so don't you worry. And Gio does not have Twitter, but the fastest lap Malk, who's just asked, is a 1 minute 20.880, so quite a fast lap compared to Yoran. at the moment. So the fastest lap for everyone, here it is if you want to know. And everyone keeps saying that Malga's a legend, and I can kind of agree as well. Malga's an absolute legend right now, and he's stuck in this chat for so long, and it's just a dedication that not only the drivers have, but also the people who are in the stream, watching the stream throughout the whole 90 minutes, almost, you know. But let's see what happens here. Lorenzo Bandini then comes into the pits, goes really, really quick, but he doesn't really care too much. Not really having
brilliant view of Raikkonen
at the moment. Yeah, he's outlapped though for now. FeL AMG 44, 7 minutes to go. He's come up the medium tyres, so maybe doing one lap, or he might not be doing a lap at all. He may just want to see what these new fresh medium tyres can do.
All I'm saying is if Darth FIFA wins a league race or wins a race in FeL, we need to play the Darth Vader tune. I think that's a must. Sponsor is Star Wars.
Yeah, Brett is a big fan of Star Wars, so that's probably why he really likes FIFA. So I've got my words mixed up now. But as AMG comes around the final corner, it's going to set a lap. It's going to be a 1 minute 20. 1 minute 21.6 on the medium tyres, so kind of going to probably spook Luke a little bit, but depends if FeL can actually come in for a tyre change. Sorry, AMG can come in for a tyre change. Raikkonen's on a lap though, he's 2 tenths up. Let's see how he's doing. He needs to make up, I believe, over a second and a half, so right now he's not getting the work done. As he comes around these corners now with 6 minutes to go, Raikkonen trying to challenge himself. He's lost the car a little bit. He hasn't got the apex, so he's going to go again. He may even try to just give up and go on the soft tyres, but AMG, what's he going to do? Is he going to go onto the medium tyre? Is he going to stick on the medium tyres? Or is he going to go all the way on to the soft tyres? Well, you try to have legend status, Malk. I mean, everyone else calls you a legend, so I believe you are as well. So everyone should just join the bandwagon, in my opinion. And Kimmy there going very slow. But let's see. So yeah, that's easy. But AMG, yeah, he is coming into the pit, so it's likely that he's probably going to put on the soft tyres now and go for one real last chance. Here comes Raikkonen though. Raikkonen has not come into the pit, so Raikkonen's going to actually try and set his fastest lap on the medium tyres. But look at this, the traffic has come out, and that's not going to help him at all. That's probably going to
get out of the way.
He's going to get out of the way, and let's see what Raikkonen is going to do. Is he going to try and challenge himself and get that top position on the medium tyres, just as Brett obviously talked to him? But let's see what happens here through the corner. He goes, and let's see what he's able to set the world. He's 3 tenths up. Look at that. So maybe our Darth FIFA actually helped him, maybe a little bit with a little bit of that slipstream there. So he's 3 tenths up on the medium tyres. Let's see what he could do. So right now he could sit himself in 6th place. See how much faster he can go though as we end sector 2 here, go on to sector 3. 6 tenths up. He's got to make up a lot of time here, but sector 3 is an interesting one because there's quite a few corners where you can gain quite a lot of time. I don't think he looks like he's going to go fastest though on these medium tyres. He may beat everyone out furthermore from Darth Vader. Maybe a little bit AMG as well. But at the moment, look at Raikkonen come through the final corners. He kind of struggled around that corner a little bit as he comes around the final corner, and he's just not really pressing the pedal too much. Here he goes. Let's see what his time's going to be. Is it going to be in 1 minute 21? It's a 1 minute 21.9. So only up to 6th place there, Raikkonen. Lost a little bit of time at the back end there, but I don't think he's got enough time to come into the pits and fit some softs on. Let's see what he can do. He's actually just cutting the track, just trying to get round the track as fast as he can. Darth Fifa's now on the soft tyres now, so let's see what he could do. And Darth FIFA, he's fastest was on medium tyres, so he should be able to set a faster lap time here. And if you look at that, his ERS is at 5, so it's going to be likely he's going to be setting a faster lap here. I have to find out. So Raikkonen says Gio there, so Raikkonen in 6th place right now. I'm not sure if you know Raikkonen, but 5 times up Darth FIFA is, so he's got a good chance to really set the pace, put himself in 2nd place. That's just rhymed, but Luke looks pretty steady to finish as the top dog here, depending on where what Raikkonen does. But Darth FIFA at the moment come around the final corners, and let's see what his lap time can be. And it's a 1 minute 21.2, so just missing out on Luke's time. Luke is actually in the 1 minute 20s, I've just realised, but for you guys now in the 1 minute 21s. Raikkonen comes into the pits. He just may not have enough time to fit on the soft tyres. We'll just have to find out. A lot of guys are now going on to fresh pair of soft tyres. Here's Reek though coming on a fresh pair of mediums. Oh, and he spun it.
Oh, brilliant. The camera just switched over for me and it just caught that perfectly.
I don't know who that was going past there.
SJ Racing P3.
SJ Racing there, P3 there, so we said that we were just waiting for him to come out of the blocks to set the fastest lap he can, and there we go, there's your answer. As here comes AMG coming out onto his first lap, the champion. So what we're going to do here with 1 minute 40 to go, I'm going to stay on board with the champion, as I'm not sure if Kimi can get out of the pits in time. Is he coming out now?
Yeah.
He's coming out of the pits now. It's going to be interesting. See, but AMG's down to 6th place. Paul has come out of nowhere and has gone 5th place. So Paul has been out the back for most of this time, and there's Bokdo as well beating out SJ Racing. So the times are starting to come in here. Let's see what AMG can do though. 4 tenths up, so already showing a lot of pace right now. FeL AMG 44 trying to set the pace and maybe try and get as much as he can up there.
This is what you're probably going to see around Australia when we get to it in the actual calendar. So
it's going to be
let's
the pace.
See.
Oh, I think AMG there, he may have invalidated, but let's see what his lap time is furthermore anyway. There's 11 people now on the stream. You've come in right towards the end, unfortunately, but 31 seconds, 30 seconds then left, but AMG is now about to set a lap time. Whether he's invalidated or not, we're just about to find out. So 1 minute 20.7, it was invalidated though, so unfortunately he doesn't really improve. But here comes Kimi now. He's about to come on a lap. He's just made it to the line, so now we're going to see him on board with Kimi, because this is going to be interesting to see.
Did
Kimi,
you say he didn't really improve, even though he improved by 9 times?
Yeah, well, he improved by almost a second, but the fact is, it invalidated, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. But
So,
he would have said, yeah, I won 27. But let's see what Raikkonen does.
Let's see what he can do through the first few corners. Looking very strong, obviously a very quick driver. Raikkonen is in, of course, VRT, which is a very pretty decent up and coming esports team.
Well, thank you.
Obviously, with very quick drivers. Let's not mention. And look at this AMG blocking Kimi a little bit there. Maybe putting Kimi a little bit off. Seeing what Kimi's going to do then. Let's see if Kimi can outscore the champion here and tell him, yeah, this is me who's going top. But look at, he's only a tiny bit up here, so that's really compromised his lap a little bit. But looks like he's not going to get the first place that he probably wants. But let's see how far he can go. And he's onto the grass.
No, he's away to Brazil.
And Kimi's lap is completely done for. AMG's lap, I think, is done for as well. He's got a 5-place grid penalty for collision with AMG. Neither did I. I didn't see a collision either, but look at that. Norris going slowly there under the grass. But everyone...
What are these two doing? Oh, they've collided again.
Everyone seems to have finished. Having a little bit of a battle. I mean, I guess battle where
Come on, slam into him, slam into him. Oh.
It's not going to happen. Too late. But every driver is pretty much finished now. We're going into the pits, as you can see. So these are the official results. So surprisingly, he was not considered a chance for the championship at the moment. But VFG Luke seems to be the fastest guy on track. So
Well,
looking quite good.
validation, it would have been very different. But even though there would have only been like a 10 of a difference, so Luke is looking to be our title contender.
That looks very interesting. Darth FIFA as well, with a very interesting finish to it, as Raikkonen speaking in the lobby, so I'm sure he's just saying his thank yous. But there you go, Luke is the fastest. Look how much he's faster than everyone else by, but two Belgians behind him in Darth FIFA and Bokdo. Obviously with
That's a lot
SJ.
of Belgians.
There are a lot of Belgians in here indeed. There's in fact a Maltese driver here, so that's interesting to see. But SJ Racing, fourth place here, 5/10 off. Pretty consistent driver though, as you can tell. Uran finishes fifth, Paul in sixth, AMG seventh. So the champion, not what he would want it to see, but he set that fastest lap on the medium tyres. MDJ in eighth place, a pretty decent practice session from him. So Magic Alonso in ninth. Raikkonen 10th, Regan 11th, Lorenzo in 12th, and I've got timeout, but you know, it doesn't matter. We've got through 12 drivers, and it's looking pretty decent for the season ahead in FeL, and all the drivers look all prepared. They had 90 minutes to prepare around this circuit, and we'll see you next week, where I'm not sure where we are, so apologies in the long run. And there's actually another session here apparently, but obviously we're not going to be doing that. But hopefully it goes well for this season. Looking like a very good season for Luke at the moment. So let's see.
What's the start of this anyway? Oh wait, don't tell me it's qualifying.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure we're not doing this whole thing again. But it's looking pretty decent. But yeah, so some guys setting really fast laps here. AMG is the last person to ready up, but it's an actual race. But I don't know if whether we're gonna watch it or not. I do not know. But everyone's gonna get underway.
It's not meant to be watched, but I say let's just watch it anyway.
That's a 5-minute lap, and someone at the background there is completely gone. But
I do not know what's. Jesus.
Doesn't look like it's an actual lap, actual thing, because everyone's going everywhere at the moment. Look at the AMG just stopping on the line. But
that's a heart.
With that, we're gonna leave the stream here, because obviously this is not meant to be recorded. But
I realise it's actually been a backwards grid as well.
Yeah, so we will see you all later then, and hopefully for next week, hopefully it's a good season of FeL ahead, and we'll see you all later.